draft. You talked about it before, but even if you don't buy MKB, you just cleave off on everyone else. That's one way to get damage out in the PA.
It is. I don't mind seeing the Sven popping up. Again, you don't have anything like the Empower to really make you completely broken, but the Sven is already pretty strong without it. Obviously, the inbuilt cleave is going to give him a huge advantage over the PA in terms of farming. The PA will probably have to go for the Battle Fury build up here to try and keep up with the Sven, but it just may not work out very well. Like the Sven kind of counters the PA in multiple ways as well, right? Because you want to get a Desolator, but the Warcry will essentially just kind of cancel that out anyway. So it's pretty tough for the PA in this matchup. Yeah, they finish
There's
off,
a lot
I
of bulk
guess.
there.
Yeah.
And I think even with a Sven, say if you do get to gobble up plays with a snap, you can actually toss him in the front line. This is the beauty of the Sven. It's a very aggressive pos one with a farm. Wants to be up in the front, up in the center of these fights. You get some easy initiation with your snap. You get the follow-up stun with your Stormhammer. You pop the God Strength and melt. So looking potent there from Neon if they hit those marks. 0-3-2. I mean, they've got this Veno to enable them with an aggressive start if they wanted to. They really kind of need to maximize that. We see Venos really taper off in the late game if you let it go too long. I think we are still looking for the Bach hero. So it's going to be a Veno 5 for this draft. And Veno 5 is all right. There's some potency early game. Let's see if they can really leverage that DOT. But the Bach hero has to be pretty impactful here. You want something that gives you more team fight. The big ones are taken out, like the Tide's gone. Maybe a Mars again to tie in with your Kunkka. That would be okay if you wanted to go that route for the Bach hero.
Find out, but Neon has the first pick here to make. Looks like they are also missing an offlane hero right now for JG. He could take the Earth Spirit, but you'd rather probably just give it to Play Hard and run that as a 4. And you've also got the opportunity to still run the Snapfire offlane if you want for JG. Give your punch something different if he does feel like he needs it. I'll have a think about it. I wonder though, if you run the mid Snapfire up against the Kunkka, it could be a bit of a tough matchup for him.
Yeah, I mean, Tidebringer is a consistent source of damage for the Kunkka. I still think Scattershot's a bit too strong, though. You can safely clear out the wave, just get in there a bit closer, pull back, kind of juggle around, be conscious of the Tidebringer procs, and you're pretty okay. You're not looking to really dominate the Kunkka there, but just get steady farm, and you're pretty happy. You've also got the Earth Spirit to rotate in. I think that's the key part for Neon in this draft. Play hard, has to make that Earth Spirit really flex its muscles, look for some mid rotations, maybe around the power rune timings, which is what we tend to see. And you should have some pretty good impact there with a Snap Earth Spirit in the lane. It's just pretty darn strong early on.
Oh, Neon. 5 seconds left for this last pickup. Oh, okay. They'll go for the Darkseer, which is very, very interesting. We haven't seen any of this, but it does obviously allow some wombo combos with the Sven, with the Snapfire. Is it going to pan out though? I mean, it feels like there's a reason why we don't see Darkseer anymore in the current meta.
I think it's still good. I mean, his major nerf is really the uncapped move speed, but I mean, you've got this Darkseer Earth Spirit lane now. That is really scary. You get to roll in with Iron Shell. You are probably looking at a kill opportunity for Neon, and it also opens up those rotations for Play Hard. As long as he gets the Iron Shell off, he can go down, contest power runes. You don't want to trade while the Iron Shell's up. 0-3-2.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah, the Omni comes in for Bach, so that's one way to keep yourself alive. So it's the Battle of Sustain, the Oracle against the Omni Knight. Gonna be a fun one to watch, and it's actually a Paj Earth Spirit, so it's Play Hard in the snap. Earth Spirit mid up against the Kunkka mid.
Very interesting. I don't mind it though. Either way, like I know you're looking at the Kunkka and you're like, is this really a good idea with the Earth Spirit mid up against the Kunkka? But I think it should be okay.
Yeah, it's a decent match. It's an all right matchup. I think The snap had more leeway there, just because the power spikes of the snap are smoother. I think just the Ags build up a bit more impactful. We'll see what Yupaj brings out. He does play a fantastic Earth Spirit mid. He's gonna have to keep Nico in check. Try to get his activity up. So you have the Darkseer Snapfire lane. That's not as impressive compared to an Earth Spirit Darkseer lane. I think your combination isn't as strong, but there are some ways to really get that running. And you've got the cookie stun around the creeps with a couple of iron shots. That's going to be really nice. We'll see how much they can leverage there. Natsumi, either way, laning against the Darkseer is never fun. So he's got his work cut out for him. Sven as well. I mean, Skem up against Bach, and it's an Omni Knight. You're going to have to really invest if you want to zone that hero out. So it makes for some pretty good back and forth here from both sides.
All right. Well, final game for these guys. One of these teams is going to have to go home, and the other will progress to the round of 2 for the lower bracket. I hate to be the one to get knocked out, but one of them has to leave. I'm curious, John, who do you think has the better draft?
I'd say Neon overall. I like the Sven Darkseer still. I think it's still a very potent combo. They've got a lot of ways to go in and out. They've got this Oracle played by John Yuel, and we know how much he keeps his team alive when he is on these kind of saving heroes, be it the Chen or this Oracle. I think he's going to have a lot of impact. 0-3-2 for their part. Don't have the best ways to jump into the back line. Like, I'm going to give the God the PA, but you do have to have that information first. And it's not always going to be as simple to really find that Oracle. And yeah, take your time, boss, JG.
An easy, nice sort of disconnection there for Januel. He'll be back soon, I'm sure. We'll bring up some betting odds while we're waiting. Yeah, loot bet odds for game number 3. Who were they thinking? Alright, so Neon Esports are going to be the heavy favorites again in this game number 3. See if they can pull it up against this fairly unique draft from 0-3-2. Still not really sure how to feel about this Omni Knight. If I'm honest, John, it's can feel pretty lackluster if the game doesn't go very well for 0-3-2 in those early stages. And they could just get run over if they're not careful.
Yeah, it's something Bach really has to flex out in his lane. Try to get as much value as possible. It's a strange one, right? Like, you've got a lot of physical damage coming out from Skem down the line, so Guardian Angel seems like it's going to be a really good save. But there's so much magic damage as well. Just with the Darkseer, the Earth Spirit, and the Snap, Guardian Angel's not quite going to cut it. Going to have to be really on point with when you pop it. And Neon as well have to be pretty disciplined when they go into these engagements. Just watch the positioning of Bach, watch the Guardian Angel timing. There's a lot of pressure here on JG to deliver the goods. So the Darkseer needs to be the guy who sets up, with a vac wall, Stormhammer to follow up. It's going to be amazing. But there's nothing else to set up beyond that. So it's down to JG to seek out times when 0-3-2 is clumped up and kind of get the vac wall going for his team and build off from that kind of initiation.
Move on. So Nikon the Kunka had a really good game in that first game, and you hope he could replicate the performance here up against Neon Esports this third game. It is really their only source of team fight, the Kunka in this matchup. They don't really have any other sort of crowd control on the side of 0-3-2, apart from maybe the Rubik and whatever spell he steals. But apart from that, you don't really have much else. Smoke up from Neon. They're going to just go in as 4 and go to the dire triangle. Wrapping around. Might just spot out Rap here on the Rubik. We're off, but they have no clue that they're up here. No, now they might. They may have seen Playhard walking around, but no, it looks like they haven't. Bach, he's going to run up. He's going to get surprised. He'll use the Purification, but it will not matter. He's going to die Your Page will take the first blood on the Earth Spirit, and that is the best start you could have possibly asked for if you are your Page.
Yeah, just sets themselves up down mid. It's gonna have a nice smooth ramp up to his first bottle, to his first pieces of regen. Gonna see how those lanes unfold. They are clumping around JG, Natsumi trying to steal a rune, but doesn't get it.
I don't think they're really going to be able to kill JG, but they might get some decent damage off. They will. He'll just eat a tango and be fine. Natsumi throws him a tip. Back up towards that lane. That's another thing I'm kind of curious about here is how JG is going to do on that Darkseer. Another hero on the offlane that we don't see very often anymore. Yeah, you can still spam out Iron Shells and be effective that way. But you've got Natsumi on the PA who should be able to just secure CS quite easily using the dagger. So it shouldn't really be all too bad.
No, it's not too challenging for Natsumi, I think. Has to be ready to just accept that you sit back and just spam the dagger out for the creep wave, so gonna have to get some good control there. The big group wild card for me is the pause 5 Veno. It can fall flat if it falls too far behind. Ninja Bogi's gonna have to watch his spacing, have to wait out his level 2 to get his spike up, but you're seeing some decent control here from Neon. If they maintain that, Natsumi's not gonna have an easy time into the Battle Fury, and that's gonna be key for that hero. Still, looking down mid, the Earth Spirit against Kunkka matchup. Nico is slightly ahead. Again, just leveraging that Tidebringer out. Yapaj gonna have to watch his spacing a bit, but gets a nice deny on the range creep and kind of offsets that. So we'll see how it unfolds. I think level 3 is the bigger spike for Yapaj. He is gonna have a nicer time with his combo ready. Maybe get some more damage on the creep wave. Nico, of course, just building up in the Tidebringer can make it tricky for any melee core to get that decent spacing. And we'll see how much they can drag out, as we do have 2 more disconnects, a little bit of lag coming out here, so it's going to have to wait it out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I actually have a lot of Neon disconnecting now. Make that 4 heroes going down for Neon. Internet issues, perhaps? I heard there was some storms going on in the Philippines right now, John.
Yeah, I mean, we've had that LPA last time, the low pressure area. I'm not sure if we have any incoming storms. My city's been pretty damn hot. I could use an aircon. I could use some rain, Mike. It's not coming here, sadly. So I would love some. It's so warm. It's so darn warm. And my neighbors occasionally burn some stuff, so I end up kind of suffocating in here. It's a good time. Good times are being had here, Mike. Great times. Who doesn't? Yeah.
Do they not have garbage bins where you live, John? Like, your neighbors
seem
to burn a lot of stuff.
I don't know why. I guess complete disregard for carbon emissions, maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
I know, dude. Like, we have trees and the leaves fall, but you could dump those as well. It's like
well, they're leaves, John. They tend to go back into the earth and behave as foliage.
Yeah.
You don't need to burn them.
No, you don't need to, but some reason they do. So
just for the sake
picks up the asthma. Yep, and there are the pauses.
Wow! There's 6 people disconnected right now. They'll reconnect 1 on 032. That's good news. So we're down from now another. Natsumi's back. Wow. So now 032 are back. It's just Neon Esports, and hopefully they're not having some major internet issues here.
It's a classic. Of course, Mike, we haven't experienced this too much actually in the group stages, surprisingly.
Yeah,
considering we're covering Southeast Asia, right? Like, it's amazing. It's finally come back here in a big way. Took some time, but here we are, Philippine internet.
Did you miss it, John?
I miss it. I experience it every day. Philippine internet. A good time.
Did I tell you, by the way, about our internet getting upgraded in Oz?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Share it with chat. Tell us about it.
Apparently, Australian internet is getting upgraded to 1 gigabyte speeds.
Wow.
Which is, I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that maybe in 3 to 4 years, assuming that the government doesn't stuff it up, we might actually have faster speeds than most of the world. Not most, I mean, maybe half the world. Maybe that's more fair. Kind of crazy though, right?
That's fair.
Like,
yeah, that's wild.
Aussie internet of all things.
Yeah, now you just got to ensure the lines going out of Australia go somewhere, Mike. You know, it's a different thing having your internal network reach that speed. Doesn't matter when it's on the wrong side of the world, Mike. It's got to go out there somewhere too. You know,
Yeah, I'm not.
you
I
can't
don't
have
think it's going to change our ping issues or anything like that. But I wish it did.
Yeah, if only. If only. I'm sure KP wishes it changed it up too.
100%.
You know.
If it was good
Ah.
ping, I'd just play C all the time. There'd be no need for an Australian server.
Oh,
So,
you'd love it. You'd love it and see. You know,
I'm sure I would.
environment's great. We could play together more often, and
Oh,
you
you
wouldn't
think?
rage because my last hits I'm missing because of the lag. No excuses, Mike.
No excuses. Wait,
Huh?
obviously, the viewers know I don't miss last hits, though, John. They know.
I remember a gyrocopter game, Mike. You had some words. Oh, that is a fun time. That is a fun time. I still clearly remember you in laning phase there, though. Oh, there you go. There's the shout out. PLDC. Thank you, Neon.
Shout out to them. It makes John very happy to hear it.
Yeah, because I ditched him.
Touches the heart like my hand.
I ditched him for another poison. This one, all right. So my line, it's still pretty bad sometimes, but I don't drop to like 1 kbps. So I crash down to like 30 mbps. So it's actually pretty decent. So I'm happy enough. It's better than nothing, Mike.
There definitely is a pretty big improvement with your internet for sure. Like,
Yeah.
it may not be that amazing, but it's better, and that's all that counts.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the one issue I have is my line to China is worse for some reason. So I think I switched around DPL CDA Season 2.
Yeah.
And when we were doing that, every now and again, I just would have a slideshow. It's just unwatchable. I don't know why. It's trade-offs with Philippine internet. It's one thing after another.
What do you do?
Yeah, you don't have any choice, Mike. You just deal with it.
You just
That's
accept
it.
what you get.
Yep, pretty much. Still, poor Scam. He's the one. I mean, they're all in the team house right now, right? So
Yeah, I mean, it's
surely
the
all
same
of them are
internet.
kind of experiencing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just Scam just kind of hammered in right now.
It's a long pause, but Neon should be back any moment. Only Scam. We're gonna unpause the game though, according to the admin.
Yeah.
Rules are rules.
Yep.
Okay.
Ah, there you go.
Good sportsmanship. Ninja Boogie steps in. He'll give the pause time away. There's a tip for him.
Hashtag respect. Natsumi is like, he doesn't want that. Pag, ayoko nga. Pag ayoko, it's like, what if I don't want to? Oh, Natsumi, you sly player, you.
We'll be unable to pause the game from this point on, unfortunately, for Neon. So let's hope that the internet stays together. It would be a pretty upsetting way to have to leave the tournament if it was just your internet. That would really suck.
Nico asking the theoreticals if their pause time runs out as well. I guess just no pauses. You know, if you all disconnect, the game just hangs. It's down to the creeps. They become the MVPs.
Yeah, it's like I gave my pause time over to them, but it's pure DC. You know, we gotta wait out this company. We never know when they're gonna reconnect the internet.
Uh-huh. That's how it goes.
There we go. Skim's here.
Oh, there we go.
Very much.
But Zex at the
That's-
end, nobody will be able to pause. Oh, God.
Oh goodness. All right. Well, we'll move on now. It's fine. Everyone's back. Where were we though, John? It's been a while.
I don't know. We're only 1 minute and a half into the game. So the pause was longer than the entire game so far. I guess we were talking about lanes, and we've kind of set that up. We just need to watch them unfold. I think maybe the bot. Did we talk about that one? I
We
feel
did
like we
talk
have.
about it. Yeah.
All right.
I guess I'll move on to the mid lane where Nico is leading right now by 2 last hits, which is quite nice for him. Does want to have that advantage up against Yopaj if he can afford it. Yopaj looks like he might start getting a bit more aggressive now on the Earth Spirit. Try and zone Nico out of there. You can't really underestimate the right-click damage of ES. It is actually decent at 62, or rather 65 points plus 2. not too bad, but Nico's going to give it back with a Tidebringer hit now. Page will be forced to salve up.
Yeah, it's really is a bit of a harder lane. Like, he's still staying in there with last hits, which is the best you can hope for the Earth Spirit. But you do not want to give Nico any openings. Nico, for his part, does not have a salve or anything like that. So if he does drop low, might be a dicey situation. Yapaj should be aware. And gonna be a bit of a scuffle over those power runes, of course. There's a bottle up in Yapaj. He's gonna want that top up. We'll see if you get some space out here. Looking back up top, Natsumi, again, not quite struggling in last hits. It's not too high. You are having a better time in Skem, but the Iron Shells are not stopping the PA. Still finding steady farm. It's all about the Stifling Dagger. Play hard for his part. It's just trying to play tag with Ninja Bogey, but it's not really amounting to too much as well. So just gonna be stable starts for both sides. Not too much excitement spreading out just yet.
The JG seems to be doing a decent enough job up against Natsumi, slowing him down as well in the Void, the Darkseer, I mean. Natsumi, I mean, he's 4 last hits behind the Sven. Not too bad. It might just be able to catch up right now. JG isn't able to apply too much pressure yet, but I suppose he's only level 3, right? Like, you expect a bit more in terms of XP from the Darkseer before he can really start to zone people out. And they have just been focusing in on making sure they get their own CS here as well up at that top lane. Natsumi does seem to be alright, however.
Yeah, it's a slower start. I think you could have expected more aggression with Yapaj, but here's that 4-minute rune scuffle. He's just running up top. Got some positioning down bot as well, and well,
It's going to be a haste rune for Januel. He's not even going to bother chasing Rap. He'll just run back down towards the bot lane. He'll be alright. Exo, mid lane on Nico. To Yopaj. A lot of damage out. Nico unable to finish Yopaj. He will just roll away before that next Tidebringer hit. He's just going to go all the way back to the fountain. And that is another nice thing about the mid-Earth Spirit, John, is you can roll all the way back to the fountain. But top lane, play hard, is set to fall and does. Natsumi able to pick that one up, and even JG getting low, but will be able to just surge out of there on the Darkseer.
yeah, it's a nice pickup for 032. Not the biggest kill, but Natsumi, you get a freebie out, you're going to be happy regardless. So RPA off to a pretty decent start. Again, you are seeing him pull ahead of the Sven, and Skem actually just falls.
He does. Rap gets him on the Ruby. It's not great news for Skem. Up at top lane, however, JG being followed here by Natsumi. Natsumi out of mana, so may not be able to finish this kill off. And Ninja Boogie may just lose his life because of this. Yapaj does come in, get a nice little bit of XP for himself from that hero kill. Does now hit level 6 on the Earth Spirit. And they may try to make a play onto Nico now. Roll does connect with the kickback and the magnetizer. Januel going to bring out the Fortune's End to hold him down. He does get the boat off in time, which is going to make him a lot tankier and will give time for some rotations to come in from Ninja Boogie to make sure Nico does survive. But Yapaj is not done. He wants to keep going. He does not refresh the magnetizer any further. That'll mean that Nico does survive.
Yeah, it's a good attempt, but not quite lining up. Nico, he is playing on the edge, doesn't have any regen. Wow, on demand, Mike. Regen.
Very, very nice for Nico. Couldn't have asked for anything else. It's going to make Yapaj's life even harder in that mid lane now, that Earth Spirit. You go through that much HP and then they just get a regen. Just instantly. Amazing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. They are getting some space out though, so Natsumi's left alone up top. Does have 6, but this is the point where the Darkseer at 5 can start cutting the creep wave. Has level 3 Iron Shell. So it's harder to go in for the last hits, and Natsumi's just going to have to play with a dagger. Maybe accept that his tier 1 is not very safe anymore.
He's still trying to fight this one out, Natsumi. Trying to delay this inevitable push. Ninja Boogie completely whiffed that Gale there onto JG. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. He got the surge off and just ran out of there. They will successfully hold the tier 1 tower. It's not going to go down quite yet. Meanwhile, apparently Rap did end up getting the courier of Januel And poor Genuel, that had his boots on there. So he's going to be stuck without those for another minute, which is just kind of a little bit annoying. But top lane, Yopaj has made a rotation. Magnetize is going, and he'll just keep refreshing it. However, Nico wants to try and fight back, but a vacuum now out from JG will be enough to take down Natsumi. And Yopaj, he's just going to roll his way out, leave JG behind. JG's trying to juke in the tree line, but will not be able to get away with it. Ultimately, I think the side of Neon will still be satisfied, considering they did kill off the PA.
Yeah, they found a kill they were looking for. They did bleed out to Nico, though. I think you have to worry about your Kunkka here getting a bit too big. There's also some movements out from 0-2 down bot. Bok, he has been left alone to farm up. Does have a pretty decent amount of gold over his Sven. Not a huge amount, but that is keeping Scam down. Delays the Mask of Madness build out, so the accelerated farm's not going to be on for a while. And it looks like they actually sent Natsumi mid, so they're trying to find safer lanes to farm in. Just getting that build up into the Battle 3 going here for the PA.
No treads or wraith bands over Natsumi, so it's just a straight B Fury rush. It's can be dangerous to go that kind of style on the PA. Generally, you want a couple items to just be a bit more tanky. Especially when you're up against an aggressive draft like this from Neon, right? Like, you know they're going to come after you at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Probably before your Battle Fury's up as well.
Yeah,
see if he does get punished for this.
Really easy to punish if they do find that opening. I think Neon, the only thing holding them back right now is the slower start for Skem. So perhaps just they want to secure a safe farm to get into that MOM. There is a bit of an aggressive push now from 032. Of course, it's just a Rubik and Omni, so it's not the fastest push, but there's no one here to defend. And there's no real counter push from Neon. They're not splitting anywhere else, so it's going to be a straightforward tower for 032.
That it will be. Is it going to be a trade? Not quite. Still going to be very healthy, that top tier 1. Natsumi might be getting away with a bit too much in the mid lane as well. Yopaj roll down towards the Venomancer now. Just wants to go after Ninja Boogie and is able to pick him off. Nice little pick off there from Yopaj. Down at the bot lane. Looks like Skem is going on to Bok. Bok's going to be perfectly fine though on the Omni Knight. He's not really going to be dying anytime soon. Not up against just the Sven. Yopaj looks like he does want to try onto Rap perhaps. As the Boulder Smash is just waiting, but Natsumi now going to show himself on the PA. Go back after Yopaj, but he's looking to roll out, but a nice lift in from Rap. Yopaj may have overextended. Tries to kick away Natsumi. Is now a 3-man Stormhammer and a God Strength comes in, but they have the Guardian Angel out. Bok, Fortune's End. Oh, it's going to purge it off now. Bok going to get chased down by Yopaj and just gets taken out. Januel with a double. And it's one thing we can't forget, John. The Fortune's End will purge the Guardian Angel.
Yeah, it's a pretty nifty pickup for them. Januel just flexing his muscles a bit. 032. Have to be cautious. You do not have damage on Natsumi because of this build-up. So the early crits just don't amount to much. Just get that stable farm off. Don't get too greedy there. Scam going to be very happy with how that exchange went. Gets back to farming. Yopaj as well, I mean, he didn't drop. So it's the best case scenario for Neon. They would still need some work done on towers. Like, that's the one thing Neon's kind of faltered on. Perhaps taking out that top tier 1 evens out the map control for them. Let's see if they find that opportunity. There is a smoke on Januel. Maybe get a rotation out down the line.
Why not? There is a smoke out already here from Yopaj and Play Hard though. To Natsumi, this is the target they want to go for, and they roll straight in with the Mortimer's Kisses out. Natsumi just has no chance of survival. Luckily for him, he is pretty close to picking up the Battle Fury. He does just need the Void Stone now. But Neon, they do punish him beforehand, and now even finding out Bok on the Omni. It's going to be hard for him to survive this one. But Play Hard, rather Rap, and Ninja Boogie, and even Nico going to TP in. Protecting that Omni Knight, bringing back Yopaj with the boat. We'll Looks like Yopaj is just set to die. He'll try to roll out, but there is no chance. Will go down. They do end up keeping Bok alive.
Yeah, and they saved their tier 1 top, so the push is stopped. Neon still not finding a tower on the map. Not too much of a cause of concern, but 032, they do smoke up. They've got a lot of damage on right now. They could try to leverage it if they wanted to.
They're not going to be able to find much. Rap, he'll go for a bit of a warding run, it seems. Is going to be a TP into the outpost, though. His smoke's going to be broken, and Yopaj now is going to be like, what the hell? There's a Rubik here. He'll just go for the easy kill, and they should know there's also a ward there. It's pretty obvious. It's a bit unfortunate there for Rap, just the timing.
Yeah, it's a nice pickup for Neon, though. A freebie for them. Gonna be happy just giving Yopaj a kill back. Of course, as this game stalls out, it's going to be a battle of farm between our Sven and PA. Of course, Scam right now does have the upper hand because he does have that natural cleave. Natsumi does have the Battle Fury, though. So our PA can start farming faster. And it's now the patience game for Natsumi into the Deso, into the Power Treads perhaps as well. Although Neon will try to hammer in more objectives. The top lane, probably not going to hold out anymore.
No, unless they are going to try for the defense. Nico will come in with the X now. Into the boat, onto the Sven. But false promise is going to be out already. And now the Mortimer's Kisses with the vacuum. They do use that Guardian Angel. Fortune's End was already committed, so they can't really purge. It won't matter. X out, however, onto Oracle. Skem going to jump in onto Nico. Nico's still on the run there. Scatterblast also out with the slow, but they're just kiting out Skem. Roll is out from Yopaj now with the Magnetize to be activated, and he's just going to roll straight after Nico. He wants that Kunkka. Kunkka is very tanky though with that Heavenly Grace. Yopaj going to keep trying to land that roll, but it is not going to be out. With that, they really only get one, so it's not all bad here for 032.
Yeah, they managed to take the tier 1 though. That's the real objective Neon was after. So they've got some reach into this jungle. They do smoke up as well. They want to keep this aggression going.
Will he find Ninja Boogie? No, they'll avoid him. Back into the mid lane. They make it to the Dyed Triangle. They'll find Natsumi roaming around. Harsh will take the bounty. Natsumi wisely is not going to run back to the triangle, but rather run to the creep wave, and this might give him a chance out of this. King's Eye out for the PA. Roll, not going to connect, however. Yopaj, he's running very low on boulders. He is going to at least get TPs forced in.
Yeah, it's still an even game. The aggression from Neon not quite lining up to any kills yet. So this is really just space coming out for Skem. Does have the Echo Saber up with his Massive Madness. So he farms a lot faster. He can fight a lot faster as well. You look at Natsumi, after the Battle Fury, is rushing that BKB. So just wants to be able to stand and fight. Kind of ignoring the damage, the magic damage and control here from Neon. I think it's a bit of a risky play here. You don't have the Desolator, so there's a lot of armor to rip through. We talked about it in draft. The Warcry might cause a couple of issues there for the PA. We'll see just how that plays out, but it does look like Neon is looking to take that mid.
But they might roll into Rap, but they don't. Yopaj would rather go for the regen rune now. Gets that in the bottle. Yopaj going to roll straight onto that Rubik, kicks him back as well, and now with the Mortimer's Kisses flying in, they can't really engage from 032, but they can wait it out. They will not. Into that T1 mid tower it is for Neon. Yopaj rolls back in, but misses out on Ninja Boogie this time. He'll get the Magnetize on. Heavenly Grace, however, going to take that Magnetize away, and now Nico with the X-Boat is not really going to connect onto Scam. Neon, do they want to fight this? Do they want to disengage? They'll go on to Ninja Boogie, but there's your Guardian Angel out now. Play hard. Gonna be in trouble. We'll try to get away. Stormhammer to fly in, and now the vacuum out, and Yopaj back in here with the Earth Spirit. We'll get Natsumi, or no, nice Blink Strike away, but the Spirit Vessel still has him. Nico trying to run to the Kunkka. Spirit Vessel out. It's very, very hard kind of run away here for him, and even Scam going for another in the back lines. They got Ninja Boogie. They've got Bok under control now. It could be a full team wipe. Yopaj on a triple kill. More Spirit Vessel charges for him, a double kill out for Scam. It was a very prolonged team fight from these two, but eventually Neon, they just kept going and kept getting the kills.
And your PA is just not doing enough. There's no one to delete here, just with a Battle Fury. This is not the power spike for the PA, this is the farming spike. They still forced out a fight, and really not an ideal situation. Neon really finding a good opening there, tearing it apart. All of a sudden taking that mid tier 1, a 3k advantage now for Neon. That's just set to escalate, because Scam is so much more efficient in the jungle. As the Sven, we're going to see the Ags coming out in a relatively short time as well for that Sven. So that means you've got the Superman effect there with a Stormhammer. That's going to be so hard for 032 to play up against. Their sustain is just not enough. Like, even if they get this Guardian Angel off from Bok, all Scam needs to do is run away. Especially if you've got Januel around with the Purge, then he can actually just turn around and fight as well. So, not quite lining up. 032, they need to find more items to come out. Nico is going for a durability build. Looks like he's rushing a Lotus Orb, which could be potent in getting some of that control away. You really need this BKB from Natsubi to be finished up as well, and then they do need damage. So, a Desolator also has to come in. Bok does have the pipe. So again, they've got some options to further limit that magic damage flying out from Neon, but so far, Neon has just been playing on point. Yopaj and his rolls have been on target, and they've always found a right hero to jump on every single time.
My concern as well for 032, John, is Skem's going to have that Ags up very, very soon. That's a real problem, right? Because when the Ags is up, the Sven is just completely online. From that point on, it just becomes a very painful experience. You're going to have two people that can just close the map consistently in the Earth Spirit and the Sven, and even the Darkseer for that matter, with the Surge. And there's the Ags out. Skem has it. They smoke up immediately with that Ags. Nothing like a BKB out for Skem, but he doesn't really need it into this draft right now. They're going to find out. Ninja Boogie going to break the smoke, so they'll just dive in after him. Bok is also around. They might chase the Omni. They connect with the Boulder Smash, and they get the roll-off. Perfect from Yopaj, and that'll be Bok gone. No TPs to come from 032. Scam will take himself a double kill, and even in the mid lane, they might be starting again as Fortune Tenders fly out. Nico caught. Magnetize is also there from Yopaj, but he's running a bit low on the rolls now with the boulders. Nico does get out. Nice play from the Kunkka.
Yeah, they still lose a lot in that exchange. Those 032 down. Bok is not a good sign. And Scam is just ready to go. He jumps Natsumi.
Rap, trying to TP away, and will do so, but Scam does get Natsumi.
It's a big one.
It is.
You don't want to be dropping that PA. The BKB is not even up yet. So there's a little bit more farm to do here for 032. And Neon are just so big now. Like, even play hard. He's going to have his Ag soon in about 400 gold. So you're going to have to contend with that Snapfire Gobble Up. And you just toss Schem in the middle of it. They've got the stun and the damage. It's going to be pretty difficult for 032 to push back. With the Aegis coming in here as well, no contestation. 032, they're stuck in a very hard spot. 5k behind, 19-5. We've got to find a way to get some farm distribution going.
It is tough though, like Dota plus 685%. It really is, once that Axe is up, it becomes so much more difficult to fight into the side of Neon Esports. Scam already has the crystals coming out as well, into the Daedalus very, very soon. And I didn't realize he has an Imp Claw. Holy crap. Just
Yep.
kind of ridiculous, John.
Every time.
The Stormhammer means you could just crit with the Stormhammer.
Yep. Every time. It's ridiculous. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, you get so much value with that with your Stormhammer. 032. There is potential team fight here, but it's really just not lining up. 6k behind, and a lot of that is on Skem. They do smoke up. They want to reveal these items even more.
They do. Into that dire jungle it is for Skem. Run into Bok, it seems like, but Natsumi would be the preferable target. He's gonna have to take the Omni Knight instead. Goes for the God Strength, has the follow-up stun from Play Hard, and Yapaj just searching for somebody else, but no one else is around for him to catch. The only target they could go for is Natsumi up at that top lane, but he's going to have the time to TP out of here. Unless Yapaj does TP to the top lane, is going to spot out Natsumi, and now the TP is cancelled. Oh, a great play out from Yapaj. Let's just hope he doesn't die to Natsumi now, as he's popped the BKB and just going to have to juke out through the tree line. No crits coming up for Natsumi, however. He is not getting lucky. Meanwhile, Skem kills off Ninja Boogie. Natsumi's still not getting any crits. Yapaj is going to be safe. And that was very, very unlucky for Natsumi, I've got to say, John.
Ooh, no crits. That's not a good feeling coming out for him. And Play Hard just comes in, cleans up. They got the backup. 2 free kills going the way of Neon. And a very big kill on Natsumi. 0-3-2 now, 8k behind. These outer towers are not going to last long. They're setting their sights onto the objectives. They're going to be able to clear them out really quick. They still have the Aegis on Skem. They've got that Crystallis on him as well. So there's even more crits to come out if you're lucky. And even that Gobble Up, we haven't seen Playard really utilize it well. He used it top, but we haven't seen the hero toss in. So there's a lot of play potential here remaining for Neon. 0-3-2. Temper back the aggression. Try to split the farm up. It's a difficult game now, this far behind. But the PA, you know, with a couple of lucky crits, with some item buildup, it can catch people by surprise. It's just a really hard game to bounce back into now.
That tier 1 bot tower not going to last very long. Skem's going to have his Daedalus in just a moment. It's so ridiculous as well, Implore plus Daedalus crit. It's just too much.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of damage. Skem is just so huge right now. No, Natsumi BKB had to run.
He has to though, right? Skem is around. He knows he can't fight him right now. Ninja Boogie, however, won't be so lucky. He does get caught out by Yapaj, and he does get taken out. Yapaj Earth Spirit. It's a scary one.
It is. Just all over the place. He's got his own BKB now as well. It's a fresh 10-second charge, so he can just fully commit down, and they're not stopping.
Nope. Why? Why even bother stopping, John? You've got a 10k net worth lead here. With Bok, gonna get silenced. There's your gobble up play from the Snapfire, and now the Vac and the wall is there. That is gonna be one going down, and Bok for sure is also dead. They'll just go maybe high ground. They're so far ahead, I don't see why not.
Yep, and they've got the Aegis for 40 seconds.
Rolls perfectly onto the PA, delivers it over to Skem. Oh, there is no buyback on Natsumi either. This might just be a Rax.
Yeah, it definitely is. The Aegis will expire soon, so Skem's got to watch himself, but they're going.
Ninja Boogie caught out, does go down. They'll buy back. Skem looks like he'll just commit for that tier 3 tower, and that'll be it. He does still hold the Aegis, but it looks like Neon, they don't need to risk anything here.
It's going to expire. It's perfect timing for Neon to pull back, as it will pop soon. So, timing themselves well, really keeping track of that Aegis on point. And 0-3-2, they don't lose a Rax. So they smoke up. Maybe they can catch some stragglers, but no one's left behind. Not quite the opportunity they were looking for.
It's tough for them. 0-3-2, like, you can't even punish now with that smoke. Things are looking pretty hard. Got a plus, 98%. Then it's fairly accurate right now. You saw the crits out from Skem, John. He is hitting pretty hard even without the God Strength. He's the real PA now. Even Natsumi can't crit as high.
No. I mean, you need level 18 Natsumi to even consider that. And, well, he's close to it, but not quite there. Scam is just way too scary. Like, Daedalus up, still has that M-Claw, so of course, perfectly balanced. Gets a nice amount of tier 3 items as well for his team. And in that downtime, Neon going for more outer towers. 0-3-2, they know they can't defend. They have to play the high ground game. They're going to have to bleed these objectives out.
T2 tower, not going to last very long with that double damage on your Page. You're a 3-2. What's the answer? Like, you can keep relying on Natsumi, but we're 27 minutes in. He's got Battle Fury BKB, still wanting the Deso. Even with the Deso, I'm not sure that's going to be enough. It's like, it's a decent damage, but, you know,
It's really not, though. Like, you talked about it earlier, right? The War Cry is just going to offset that. It's 15 bonus armor for 8 seconds. It basically means it doesn't do much, and you can see Neon. I mean, they've smoked up. They just want to go hunting now.
Can't blame them. They may have spotted out Nico, or even perhaps Rap Rap. It's like Rap Rap is going to be the one spotted out, so they'll try to make a play up against that Rubik, but he'll go for a quick TB, unless Gobble Up was not on target. So they missed that one out. Ninja Boogie, however, roll the Apache. He doesn't use the boulder. He doesn't go for the long roll. Had he done so the first time, I think he may have connected. It won't matter though, because top lane, they are still going. Skem gonna run straight into Bok. Natsumi gonna be thanking his lucky stars that's not him. And he'll TP out just fine.
Oh, Skem, he's just leading people, Mike. He pops that God Strength. It's 1.6k. Seems very fair. You're right, that's a real PA. Natsumi's the imposter, Mike.
Into the mid lane it is.
What can 0-3-2 do here? So, let's try playing it out. Natsumi, say the Desolator comes in. You aim for... Oh, man. You aim for John Yuel. I think that's your best shot. If you somehow sneak to the behind, get the Oracle, you will not take the 4v5. I still think that's a rough proposition, but maybe you can get further pickoffs from that. I think that's how you have to play. You just don't take the head-on fight. You try to hunt in the back, and they do smoke off. They're going to try to go hunting. Natsumi wasn't inside it, though, so... does have the Deso up.
You could just blur. He's fine. Alright, they run into your Page, and he breaks the smoke and rolls away, but Nico could still find an X. But he doesn't have the vision. Still looking. Does go to the right spot for it, but your Page is going back in for the team fight now with a great vacuum. And now they do pop the Magnetize. Your Page, he's got the BKB. He'll go into Rap Rap. Skem's got Ninja Boogie under control. This is looking really bad now for 0-3-2. How do you keep going with this team fight? Mortimer's Kisses just flying out onto Natsumi, but they'll go after Bok first. It's like Natsumi does manage to TP away. Bok will probably not be that lucky, however. He's definitely caught. It's going to be a pretty tough defense to make for this high ground.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have any of your big playmakers. It's basically Natsumi against the world for a bit.
Off to the
and they just rush to your forest.
Yep. I can agree with that.
Oh, Octarine for your Page. How often do you see that, Mike? Earth Spirit Octarine.
Not very often.
Love it.
So they give up on the T4s, they force the glyph out, but with that glyph being forced out, they can go after the top Tier 3 tower and go for the secondary racks. It's not going to take too long either. They'll have the respawns coming up soon, but Scam, he's just making such short work of it. Let's try with an X and a torrent out onto your Page, but Scam just jumps in on Rap Rap. Now Ninja Boogie, he's just too close. He's going to get destroyed by a Scam. They want to back off now. JG, no, they want to go on Natsumi. He was trying to hunt the backlines, but that's a huge torrent out from Nico. It just may not matter. They kill off Playhard, but they'll lose Natsumi. Now the double Stormhammer out. Scam, he'll just get back to work with the cleave. He will destroy Bok, and that's it. GG War Play has been called. And unfortunately, that does mean 0-3-2 will have to leave the building. In fact, make it a rampage for Scam before we finish it off.
Ooh,
Very
Neon.
nice ending there from Neon.
Yeah, they stepped it up. Game number 3, dominant fashion from Neon. 0-3-2. They fell back to this Natsumi PA. Didn't quite line up. And they gave a good showing, but that's the end for them. Neon, they get to move on in the lower bracket. 0-3-2, their journey ends here, Mike.
It does, and of course they put on a good performance, John. I'm sure they'll come back stronger in the next tournament that comes out for SEA. Still, that does mean we go on to our next series, and that's going to be new Esports versus 496 to finish things off. See how that one turns out. We'll be back in 10 minutes for that third series. It is MLP and John xfire. We'll see you all again very, very soon.